let's move on to the grime days. Do people still associate you with grime, or like, do anyone talk about grime to you? Remember you for your grime days?
Only the people that know, innit?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I wanted it. But when people realised, okay, you was the guy in grime and all the shit that I was getting into, it was really too late for them to stop it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It was already too late. I was already too far gone where all the shit I'd done in grime, no one could really say anything.
Because every so often there's like sets that pop out on like blogs or whatever, and you always use there for a lot of them, weren't you?
Yeah, the grime days was, I'd say that was just basically like the UK rap scene as it is now. That was just our outlet. It was a sick time, man. Just getting all the different radio shows, all the people that I was around. I don't think you'll ever have such a raw, untouched form of music ever again.
Yeah.
Because things are too structured now. And it just, the way wages are, the way people are getting paid, it just can't happen. Before then, it was just untouched. As far as we were concerned, we were just doing music. No one knew, no one wasn't doing it for no money. We just loved it.
Yeah. You DJ'd for a lot of clashes.
Yeah,
like
I've done a
radio
few.
clashes now. Give me some of the clashes you was a DJ for.
So I did Napper and God's Gift.
Yeah.
I did obviously
Is that
Wiley.
even got
and
audio
One.
for that one?
Nah, I think Mundi has that, but Mundi's some professional poker player now. It's hard to get it's hard to get hold of him now. What else? There's quite a few. Obviously, I done the Titch and Bruiser, the first one. I kind of instigated that first clash in the first place.
Oh, I swear.
Yeah.
When you say the first one,
so there's
the one
two,
that's not
two
on
clashes.
Lord of the Max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that's not on Lord of the Max. So it was Christmas Day. I picked Titch up and a couple other guys. We've gone to Raw Mission, and the guys given us what were they called again? The group he was in with Bruiser, not Aftershock.
Oh.
Before that,
I can't remember.
it might have been Aftershock actually. You know.
Triple Threat and all that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the group name.
The radio manager's given them the set as well. So we've come there, knocked the door, and we've discarded as well. They're kind of giving us attitudes.
Bruiser and Triple Threat.
Yeah, and I've kind of just set the pace like, yeah, and then it started from there. And then the next day, that's when they had the clash.
Okay.
So they was going at it non-stop.
Yeah. Sick.
That day, and then yeah.
Did you DJ a lot for Titch?
I used to do quite a lot of sets with Titch, to be fair.
Yeah. What was that like?
He's just a different person to what you see, unfortunately. What you see on the screen. He's just a different person. It was cool, man. But I think that other persona that he would give, that bravado, when he's when he needs to be, because not saying he's not a real dude, because he was, but he was cool. And I just think if he had more, that situation that he got into, it's just crazy. Because it wasn't deep.
How far do you think he could have got? Or where, if all that stuff didn't happen?
He just signed to Polydor.
What with,
So I think he just had a writing deal. He had but he had a publishing deal. So back then he had 100. That was 100 bags in 2002, 2003.
I swear.
So that's probably maybe $500,000 now.
Yeah.
For a grime artist. And yeah, I remember he pulled up. I was in West End. I think I was in Versatile. We went to some club. He pulled up in some brand new Merc. He was like, yeah, He was telling me. Then when we went to the clubs, best celebrities there. They were just breaded, and it was just cool.
Yeah.
And then it was only literally a couple of weeks later.
Oh, it's a shame, man.
So, yeah.
It's a shame. So what? You mentioned you used to have some grime beefs. Why would a DJ have grime beefs?
Obviously, I was just a very active person, man. Obviously, a lot of the times, record shops would call me and be like, look, we need this tune, la la la. And obviously, if you weren't someone who I was cool with, and you know, what's the word, was giving me tunes, and I was blessed with you, then obviously that music could just happen. So that's how it was. Obviously, I was already pressing up loads of tunes.
Oh yeah, do you know what? Who said this actually? Logan. I interviewed Logan not long ago.
Yeah.
And he said that you pressed. Was it you that pressed up Logan's hoe?
Nah, it wasn't me.
He said it was you.
Of course, he's gonna say it was me. Basically, what happened with that situation is I had a brand called Pandora's Box, which was loads of bootlegs.
So was that your bootleg, the Pandora's Box?
Yeah.
Release? Yeah, I've still got that on vinyl.
So I had that brand, and people, I don't even want to say their name, but basically someone tried to use that brand and put that on there. And obviously I know all the pressing plants. So what I done, the reason why he thinks it's me, is I went to the pressing plant. Well, I went to the record shop first, got the catalogue number, called all the pressing plants, and just called them and said, I need another 500 of this catalogue number.
Yeah.
So obviously, once I got the right one, they just said, okay, when do you want it for? I knew, okay. So it was Liquid in North London. They know me. I just said, I need 500. Went down there, collected the 500. Obviously, the person who pressed it had the bill. So I got those vinyls, went, shot at them, that was it. So that was just, back then I was just mad ruthless with, kind of the vinyls days was almost like it was free money.
Yeah. Elaborate on that, why?
Because record shops would call me and say, I need 400, 300 of these tunes, I need 100, every 500 was $3.5 grand. So it was like, okay, this, that, and the other. So every 1,000 was 7 bags. So getting 1,000, I'd sometimes have 10,000 records, and that's how me and Stephen used to roll. So we'd wake up Saturday mornings, and the drives would be insane. So we'd go from Southend to Luton to Bedford to up to Northampton, then to all the way round by Heathrow.
What, distributing?
Just distributing
vinyls?
tunes, and obviously they're all paying cash. So it just used to be a mad day. So, and that's kind of how it just used to be.
Did you get into the CDs with Stephen as well?
Nah, by then that's when I was on the uni train, uni train.
Yeah. So what, did you say you had a pressing plant, did you say?
Nah.
So when you say the record shop would come to you,
yeah,
what do you
the
mean?
record shops would say, the kids are coming in asking for this tune,
I was
can
one
you
of
get
those
it?
kids.
Yeah, and then obviously once they had enough of those kids asking, they would say, okay, who can get these tunes? They would call me, and I would say, I'd either shout the person, the producer, or if it wasn't someone who was in the circle, then obviously I might just press it.
So that's again why Logan. What tunes did you do that to? Is there any producers that know that you done it, so you can say them ones rather than the ones they don't know? Is that why you was falling out with them?
I was getting the blame for everyone, to be fair. Dizzy called me out one day, I heard you pressed up my tune, la la la, and I just said to him, look, if it was me that was pressing all of these tunes, I'd be rich.
So is he wrong?
So that's how I was getting out of it.
What tune was it that you thought you pressed up?
I think it was Will.
Did that not come out? Was that a white label?
It came out.
But on a white label first?
I can't remember.
How many units are we talking that these tunes used to sell back then?
So back then, like my own personal ones, I'd say Baby, Melody, they were selling like 10 to 12,000 units.
Swear done. Is that because you could tap into the garage market as well with them too, though?
Yeah. They already had traction in it.
So what about the original producer of those tracks? Were they a little bit pissed at you?
Master Sets wasn't too happy, but I think he got it in it. He understood like, oh, these kids are just doing whatever.
Yeah,
it didn't really impact on him.
So
he called me. He did call me on when it first happened and said, don't press up no more, blah blah blah. But at that point, I didn't care. I was ready for the people that I had around me at that time. They were on stuff. So
Yeah.
like at that point, we was going out and was having beef every week anyway. So it was just like it didn't matter.
What in just on the roads or in grime rave? Grime
On the
events?
roads, in raves. Nah, there weren't really much rave. There weren't really much grime raves back then. So just in raves on road, it was just beef more or less every week. So having some beef with some music dons was just whatever. But I did hear there was a conversation that they was gonna try and me.
Is it?
But
Who, Master Steps?
nah. some other dons that are from East.
Yeah.
But
What?
I think they done a bit of research and they just thought, well, maybe not.
Yeah, fair enough. What cruise was you in? Wolfpack?
Yeah, I was in Wolfpack, and I used to roll with Rough Squad a lot as well,
Okay.
and then roll the SLK a bit as well.
How did the SLK one come around then?
That was just Iron Upper.
How was it?
They was out there all the time, and I was out there quite a bit, and it was just cool.
What years was that in Upper?
Took in between 2004, 2008.
Okay, yeah. So with Wolfpack, that was quite a controversial crew, right? Really? They wasn't like, there weren't no mugs. There was a few, I don't know, even going to the all-in-one versus Trooper, like, what, was you the DJ for that?
No, I was at home listening for that.
Why?
I got a phone call.
How comes there was in-house stuff like that going on?
Basically, Trooper left, went to Musketeers. They tried to bring me out. I said, nah, I'm not going. And then I think All In kind of underestimated Trooper. All In lost all of the clashes he lost through just underestimating his opponents. I don't think any of the clashes he lost, the people were better than him.
Who did he lose to? Trooper?
But I think and I'd say he lost to Fuming, and I'd probably say he lost to Wiley as well.
So
I don't think he underestimated Wiley. No, I don't think he's better than Wiley.
Yeah.
Nah, Wiley's probably my favourite MC.
Of course. What made you stop doing grime?
I just felt like, what am I gonna do? There was a crossroad where I was feeling like, what am I gonna do life-wise? Getting older, and I was just like, what am I gonna do? That's when I did the uni thing. It's not that I was getting crazy. I was only like, 22, 23 at the time when I stopped doing grime. I just didn't really see a path.
What was the story behind Might Get Smashed Up Like Pacman's Whip?
So we're going Maximum show on Deja on a Monday. We pull into Deja, which is that little warehousey place. Some fucking 10-ton lorry comes around and just crashes into the whip while we're all in it.
Swear.
Starts dragging it.
Fucking
It's
hell.
just mental. And that's
get
that's
hurt?
the story. Nah.
So I remember there's a photo online as well of, I think, All In standing next to the motor. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. the Renault Clio.
Yeah. Is it like mad now, like when you still talk, like, like when you see Maximum or any of these old faces, DPM and that, do you talk about the grime days and that?
Not really,
Just because you lot have carried on with the new legacies?
Yeah, I think we just catch up, chat about football or different shit.
Do you take a step back sometimes and think, we've done so much in music?
But that's
Been
why
there for so long.
that's why I started the book. Because of all the little stories. Like, obviously I'm only touching on certain things. There's certain stuff I can't really go into.
What, now or in the book?
Now, in the book, yeah. Because it's with the stories are with different people, isn't it?